Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday and as promised, we're going to kick off Talk to Me Tuesday. Today's topic will be fitness or workout jargon. These are terms that you might hear when you get a group of fitness gurus in a room, and you might hear them throw out some terms that you may or may not be familiar with. I too am guilty of doing this. I just assume everybody is familiar with the terms that I'm using and they're not. So to alleviate that, I'm just going to go over some of the terms with you. Before I get into the terms, I would like for you to, before I get into the terms, if there is not a, if I don't cover a term or an acronym that you are, if there's a term, acronym, or phrase that you have heard that I do not cover and you're unfamiliar with it, please drop it in the comments and I will try to clear that up for you. To begin, we're going to start off pretty simple. Reps. The first term is reps. Reps is short for repetitions. It is the number of times you do a particular exercise. Reps leads me into my second term, which is sets. Sets are the number of times you do the complete workout or round. When I'm talking about sets in my videos, I usually use the term round. So let me clear it up for you so that you aren't confused about the difference between sets and reps, because I know I might not have been exactly clear, but this example should clear it up for you guys. If I say do 12 lunges, the number 12 would be the repetitions. If I say do 12 lunges 4 times, the number 4 would be the amount of sets that you would do. So 12 lunges 4 times, 12 being the repetitions of that particular exercise and 4 being the number of rounds or sets that you will complete. Okay, got it. Cool. So our next term will be supersetting. Supersetting is something that I love to do in the gym. It makes my workout a lot shorter. So I am personally a supersetter, but you don't have to be. But let's get into the definition. Supersetting is just going from one exercise to the next exercise with minimum rest. When I superset, generally I try to do a different muscle group. So if I'm doing a full body, if I'm doing back, the next exercise will be something leg related. Or if I'm doing an isolated workout, I'm doing back and biceps, for example, or chest and triceps. So I would do the back exercise and then follow up with the bicep right after with minimum rest. The next term is rest. Rest is that period that you have between exercises. Ideally, you don't want to rest more than 60 to 90 seconds. Some people say shorter. If you go over the 90 seconds, it's like reactivating your muscles, if that makes sense. So you want to keep those muscles activated and you don't want to rest too long in between exercises. Okay, that brings me to the next term, which would be splits. So if you hear someone say splits, splits are just isolated workouts. You know how Mondays are usually chest days and then you follow up Tuesday with legs, Wednesday back. They're isolated workouts that just work particular muscle groups. I like to do a lot of full body, especially if you're trying to get it into shape and you're just entering the fitness realm. You probably should start off with a full body workout so that you're working and toning all over. When you get good in the game or you feel like you're proficient enough, splits are perfectly fine. I do splits from time to time. I'll do legs, back, chest, and repeat, or legs, back, chest, full body, rest, or whatever, something, whatever you're comfortable with. Splits, like I said, are just you isolating a particular muscle group. The next term, HIIT. I'm sure that everybody has heard of HIIT. HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. So an example of HIIT would be sprint for 30 seconds, jog for a minute. And it's just those intervals. It's like give 100%, give 50%, give 80%, and you just cycle it with time. So you could do 30-second sprints, 1 minute jog for a total of 10 minutes, and that will be considered HIIT training or high intensity interval training. Let's see here. What is something that I always talk about? Form. Okay, so I always talk about posture. The correct term that you might hear thrown around is actually form. If you hear somebody talk about your form, especially with weightlifting, they're talking about your posture. So ideally, you always want to engage your core with every single workout. Back straight. You want the correct posture. But if you hear the term form, they're just talking about your posture. Once you get into heavy weightlifting, you might hear a couple of these next two terms. You might hear PB or PR. PB is just your personal best. It's like, I can squat 320. That's my PB. And PR is very similar. They can be used interchangeably. So my personal best and my personal record could be used the same way. I'm not sure if you guys have heard or familiar with AMRAPs. So AMRAPs stands for as many rounds as possible. That will be doing a workout as much as you can in 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes. I know I went backwards with the time. So that would be like doing as many jumping jacks as you could in a minute. That is what AMRAPs stand for, as many rounds as possible. There are other terms out there like bulking. Bulking is when someone is trying to get to their max muscle potential. So they kind of eat a lot to bulk, and then that leads me to the next term, which is cutting, is when you want to be your leanest. So a lot of bodybuilders cut, especially around their showtime. Cutting is basically decreasing your calorie intake so that you're slimmer. But we already talked about weight loss just simply being calories in versus calories out. So there you go. Another term that you may hear in the gym is negatives. Negatives is starting out with a heavier weight and then slowly tearing it down to the base weight. So it would be like starting with 150 pounds and then moving down to 90 pounds, then 80 pounds, then 70 pounds for however many rounds or sets or repetitions that you want to do. Those are negatives. That's really a great exercise. I should probably do it a little bit more, but it's just another variation of weightlifting. So let me see if I can do a little recap and see if I remember what we covered. So today we covered reps, sets, supersetting, splits, high intensity interval training, AMRAPs, bulking, cutting, negatives, and I think that's it. But like I said before, if you guys think of anything else, please feel free to throw it in the comments below, and I will try to get to you guys and iron out any gray area that you might have with that term, or I'll just simply tell you what it means. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you want to see. And somebody give me a topic for the next Talk to Me Tuesday. I mean, I have a reservoir of things, but you know, I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. Anything fitness related is on the table. I got it. I got you. Whatever you want to hear about, I don't mind talking about it. Thank you again for showing up to my channel and watching. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Love you. Take care of yourselves. Protect yourselves. This coronavirus thing is getting crazy. And as always, I will see you guys later.